Have you ever noticed how many different cultures and religions from all corners of the world seem to have a special focus on the middle of the forehead? From the tefillin in Judaism to the prayer mark in Islam, and even in many ancient African spiritual traditions, this specific spot holds incredible significance. Is it just a coincidence? Or could there be a deeper, unified spiritual explanation that connects them all? Let's explore this fascinating mystery together. First, let's look at Judaism. You might have seen Orthodox Jewish men during morning prayers wearing small black leather boxes on their forehead. These are called tefillin, or phylacteries. Inside are scrolls of parchment with verses from the Torah. The command to do this comes directly from the book of Deuteronomy, which says to bind these words as a sign upon your hand and as a symbol between your eyes. Placing it on the forehead between the eyes is a physical act meant to symbolize dedicating one's intellect and thoughts to God. It's a constant reminder to keep divine consciousness at the forefront of the mind. Now let's journey to the Islamic world. Many devout Muslims develop a mark on their forehead known as the zibiba, which means raisin in Arabic. This is a prayer bump that forms from the repeated contact of the forehead with the prayer mat during the 5 daily prayers, or salah. While it's a physical result of devotion, it's widely seen as a sign of piety and commitment. Spiritually, this act of prostration, called sujud, is the peak of the prayer. It's a moment of complete submission and closeness to God, where the highest part of the body, the head, which houses our ego and intellect, is placed on the lowest possible ground in humility. The forehead touching the earth symbolizes the ultimate connection between the created and the Creator. Next, let's travel to the vast and diverse continent of Africa. Many African cultures have rich traditions involving forehead marking. For example, in Yoruba culture, which originated in what is now Nigeria, priests and priestesses often use chalk or other natural pigments to draw sacred symbols on their foreheads. These aren't just decorations. They are believed to invoke spiritual powers, offer protection, or signify a connection to a specific orisha or deity. The forehead is considered a gateway for spiritual energy and consciousness. Similarly, the Igbo people use markings called ichi to denote status and spiritual authority. These practices suggest that the forehead is seen as a primary point of contact with the spiritual realm, a place where the divine can enter and influence the individual. So we have Judaism focusing on dedicating the mind, Islam on humbling the self before God, and African traditions on opening a gateway to spiritual energy, all centered on the forehead. How can we tie these seemingly different ideas together? This is where we step into the world of esoteric and spiritual thought. Many mystical traditions, stretching from ancient India to the mystery schools of Greece, speak of a concept known as the third eye. This isn't a physical eye, but a spiritual center of intuition and higher consciousness, located right in the middle of the forehead. In Hindu and Buddhist traditions, this is called the Ajna chakra. It's considered the 6th primary chakra in the body, the gateway to inner realms and spaces of higher consciousness. When this energy center is awakened, it's said to lead to deep spiritual insight, clarity, and the ability to perceive things beyond ordinary sight. Now, let's look back at our examples through this lens. Could the Jewish practice of placing tefillin on the forehead be a way of symbolically activating this center of divine thought and intellect? By placing God's word directly over this spot, it's a powerful act of aligning one's personal consciousness with the divine consciousness. It's a physical manifestation of trying to see the world through God's wisdom. What about the Islamic practice of sujud? When a person presses their forehead to the ground, they are physically stimulating this exact point. In a state of ultimate humility and surrender, this act could be seen as opening up the third eye or the spiritual heart to receive divine light and guidance. The ego is silenced, allowing for a pure intuitive connection with the divine. The zibiba then becomes an outward sign of this repeated inner opening. And the African traditions fit perfectly into this framework. The markings and rituals centered on the forehead are direct, intentional methods to stimulate and consecrate this spiritual gateway. They are practices designed to awaken this center of perception, to invite spirits, gain wisdom, and see into the unseen. It is a very direct application of the idea that the forehead is a portal to the spiritual world. So what we're seeing isn't necessarily direct borrowing between these religions, but perhaps a shared intuitive human discovery. It's the idea that there is a special point on our bodies, right between our eyes, that serves as a powerful focus for our spiritual attention. Whether you call it the seat of the intellect, the point of submission, or the third eye, the underlying principle is remarkably similar. It is the focal point where our inner world connects with a reality greater than ourselves. This unified explanation suggests that different cultures have developed their own unique languages and rituals to describe and engage with the same fundamental spiritual truth. The tefillin, the zibiba, and the sacred chalk markings are all different technologies of the sacred, designed to help us focus our minds, humble our egos, and open ourselves to divine wisdom and intuition. It's a beautiful testament to the idea that despite our diverse beliefs and practices, the human spiritual journey often leads us to similar places. The path may look different, but the destination a deeper connection to the divine, and even some of the signposts along the way, like the one right in the middle of our foreheads, can be universally shared. What do you think? Is it all just a coincidence, or is there truly a universal spiritual secret hidden in plain sight, right on our own faces? Let me know your thoughts in the comments below. Thanks for watching, and if you enjoyed this exploration, don't forget to like this video and subscribe to the channel for more deep dives into the world's mysteries. See you next time.